It'll say when it's live anyway.
Okay, we're live, guys.
Up and active.
All right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna give share the link now as we can, and here are the links. Lion TV show studio.
In the east, west, north and south.
Yes, definitely. Dave Foster from Canada. I see you, brother. Dave, what's going on? You good? Enough respect, enough respect. Dave, share up the link. You understand? We want to, folks to come in knowing that we're live right now and things. So, share the link. Share up the link. Your respect. Good to go, bro. Lonnie Brown. Big up yourself, Lonnie. Thanks for logging in. All right, guys. Lonnie's in here. INTV. All right, guys. Lonnie from Florida. Okay. Guys, as you come in, we're just gonna send the link out. And in a minute, we're gonna start the interview. We have so much, Garvey. We have so much to talk about, brethren.
So that's it's a young cousin. If you're a young cousin, you go way back.
Eh?
When you go young cousin, you go way back,
I watch nothing, man.
1 second.
I'm an old stomping ground,
Huh?
Yes. Yes, guys. I'm an old stomping ground,
No,
Garvey, I'm an old stomping ground, man.
It's a young cousin, old stamping ground.
I'm an old stomping ground of the 90s,
Yeah.
Old stomping.
Which part of Yonkers?
Eh?
What part in Yonkers?
All right, let me tell you about me today. Close to the next street over where the project of Mary J. Blige from. Badass project, the man.
Something like that.
Where?
Something bomb.
I don't what part close to this? All right. All right. You know where the police station is, the precinct.
No, but kind of young in a Yonkers,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I never got to
Well, after that, when you go past the precinct over on your right hand side, you go up the hill. There's a church down at the bottom.
You used to live off of Warburton.
Oh, Warburton?
Yeah.
I don't know Warburton,
Like a stretch.
Oh, what was the cross street?
Oh, man. That gone, brother.
Long time.
Yes.
No, watch not, man. Just go. All right, guys. Okay, so we're gonna get things started, guys. Logging in, guys. I seen guys in the room. Just say something that we know you here, because I seen the numbers in the room. So I know you guys are here.
Lion TV. Hi, everybody. Hello, Queen Bev. 555. Young Garvey, how are you doing?
Up and active, though, Queen. Give thanks to life. Lion TV, the voice of the poor, the choice of the poor, young Garvey, get the people saved, 555. Bev Cee. Yes,
okay, then let's get
Bev
this
Cee.
started.
Bev Cee, go ahead and you start, make the
Yeah.
introduction starting with.
Young Garvey, welcome to the Lion TV show International. You ready for this?
Rastafari Selassie.
Okay, I'll start off then. So you was born in Jamaica, in the parish of St Andrew. Can you tell us a little bit more about you growing up?
I grew up as an average kid, you know, like for play. Um, yeah, look like some people cut up.
Yeah. I did that. I did that. Did
Oh,
here.
all right, cool, yeah. But we grew up regular. We grew up like an average kid, you know, getting in trouble all the time, you know, always in some type of mystery, busy on the road, you know. Was really a country life. It's more like a town life. Kingston, you know, a concrete,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yeah, man.
Triple, everybody's frozen.
Go right ahead, Bev.
Pardon?
Go right ahead. We're looking at you.
You're not frozen.
All right. I can't see Triple or Garvey or
Bev,
you.
Bev, speak it. We
Okay.
have it on speaker. Don't worry about that.
Okay. All right. So, young Garvey, you and your family migrated to Yonkers in New York when you was 11,
Right.
11 years old. That must have been a big change for you at that age?
Yeah,
How did?
because
Mm,
even growing up in Jamaica, you know, people always look to America as a better place and a better life, you know. So at that age, I was actually looking forward, you know, to that change, you know, being in the ghetto and seeing poverty more time and, you know, things where kids not supposed to see, right? So we there look forward. My mother was looking forward, and yeah, man, we reach Yonkers as a young youth, you know. It's kind of where you sit on the TV, school bus, and them thing they come pick you up, and school bus not come pick you up a yard, and you have to go up on it coaster, you know. You see, so it was all right, you know. Definitely was as a youth.
mm-hmm. Okay. That's good. Tanya?
Young Garvey,
Up and active.
you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear.
I'm quite interested in the name Young Garvey because of the man Marcus Garvey. Does your name have anything to do with you being a person that believes in Marcus Garvey or have been following his teachings?
Well, to me, Garvey is one of the most important person to the black nation, to our movement, you know, to rights and freedom, you know, and growing up as a youth, you know, listening to reggae music, you know, them teach about Marcus Garvey. You know, we know Marcus Garvey was the first national hero in Jamaica. And reggae music have that message there as a youth, so you get for their own, if you're lucky enough for their own, that meditation, you grow up with a mind to always look back to Africa and you kind of see things at a young age, you know. So being in New York with that mind, always a complain to black people now we now will the meds and liquor store upon every corner and apartment buildings, projects with all these people. So that's the meditation. Make a friend jokefully said to me, you act like you're Marcus Garvey, you know. And the next friend who was there was like, yeah man, a young Garvey that, you know, and from the day now, everybody started calling me young Garvey before I actually even know how important and significant he was to the nation, you know. I kind of get the name at a young youth. And like I said, we know he's a national hero, the first national hero. We know about the Garvey movements, but not the depths, you know. And getting the name now, and people call you that, you kind of grow more, looking more into that person and get to realize who exactly Garvey is, you know. So, yeah, man, believe in the movements of Garvey, believe in uplifting Africa, you know, believe in one currency, United States of Africa. We have some strong belief, when it comes down to the motherland. We need one language in Africa. They need to teach one language in the school system so every African can understand one another. So yeah, so we get the name Garvey.
Wow. Interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I kind of thought your meditations based on Marcus Garvey's teachings. Now going back to can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, going back to you as an artist. When did you first realize that you have the talent, you have the skills to write your own music or sing or make music that people can listen to, and that you can express your meditations to the people?
All right. Growing up, as a youth, well, I was born into a musical family. Because I have a group in Jamaica by the name of the Grace Chillers. I call her the Bob Marley at the gospel world. Her name is Shirley Willis, and she's lead singer. So growing up seeing her singing, finding out at a young age going to church that I could sing, so I grew up musically inclined because I grew up loving music. I used to play the drums in church as a youth too, being in a church family. My grandfather is a preacher on my mother's side, and my grandfather is a preacher from my father's side. So I kind of was back and forth. Any side of the family, the church is involved and thing, so. Taking music serious now was a few years later, but growing up was very music inclined. We love to sing, we love to beat drums in a school and people are rap or DJ, and yeah.
Wow.
And what was your first break as an artist? Anyone can realize that they are an artist, but then getting your art there to the world for the people to get you, it becomes difficult. So what was your first time? When was your first time, and how did you make it out there for everyone to recognize you as an artist?
Well, Rome never built in a one day. And if you got college to be a doctor, it could take you 12 years or more. It depends on what you're looking for to the degree. So it's perseverance, patience with yourself and believing in talent, So me recording myself because when I returned back to Jamaica, I started a studio called One Nation Music, which is a recording company, and my voice Caperton, Mr. G, Arital, I voice some of the artists in Jamaica along with some young artists, and at the same time I kept recording myself because me know them time they say you have music in a way, and kept recording myself, kept putting out music, producing I myself, and I was fortunate enough when I really get a break and a light in the music is when Leroy Sibbles, Father Sibbles, Heptones, he reached out to me, from Florida, saying, Young Garvey, me and some things boy in Florida and made some songs, and when I come to Jamaica, I would love, to meet the eye and meet and greet, what can go on, and from I meet Leroy Sibbles now and like audition for Father Sibbles, this I kind of, when him say, say artist are bad, sign me as management, sign me as artist for the record label, and from then, Leroy Sibbles, Father Sibbles is a legend in reggae music itself, so, from him start tell people so that you get more people to start see, and, so we give thanks to Father Sibbles.
Okay.
So, Garvey, in
Crossing over to
2007.
Bev. Go ahead, Bev.
Okay. In 2007, you decided to move back to Jamaica with a plan in mind. What was that plan when you moved back to Jamaica?
Yeah, that plan was actually if I go full speed ahead with music, you know, and be a positive force in life, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because growing up, you know, in the streets and getting in trouble, you know, and then being incarcerated, you know, a build a
Yeah.
conscious, you know, you get to realize and reflect on the person. Well, I mean, I know about everybody, but you get to reflect on the person and you get to see the mistakes, you know, you make. You have a choice after that, you know, whether you want to live positive or you want to live negative, you know.
Negative. Yeah.
I chose positive, you know, I chose to uplift the nation. I chose to use my life, you know, as an example, you know, so people can say, so don't give up, you know, and when I did in a dash way, you know, yeah.
Yeah. So it must have been hard for you leaving your family behind as well.
Yeah, definitely was one of the hardest thing was actually leaving
Yeah.
family, my mother, daughter, and you know, of course, friends and all these things, and
Yeah. Yeah. It must
it's
have been.
just, you know, yeah, it definitely was.
Mm. I suppose it was a very big decision for you to make.
Ah, definitely was, you know, but like I
Mm.
said, we're free to fly the world right now, because I wasn't free 10 years ago at Jamaica. 'Cause I was actually a deportee. I got deported to Jamaica because I was incarcerated, you know. And like I said, as a youth growing up, getting in trouble, trouble lead
Yeah.
to one place, you know, which is jail or death, you know. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I ended up in prison for a little bit, you know, and
Wow.
was decided to go back
Yeah.
in on my career. And like I said, going back home, I always had the plan of music, you know, because
Yeah.
we figure, say, we going to use music, you know, for uplift the nation, see me, you know.
Yeah. So you started producing yourself as a recording artist. Your first video was called Grow My Hair. How hard was that for you starting out as an artist then?
Well, in anything, you know, like I said, you just have to do it. And the first thing I did on reaching to Jamaica is register the company One Nation Music. If I could
Mm.
deal with business,
Yeah.
you have to deal with it professional, you know. So, well, register the company One Nation Music. We we learn
Yeah.
how to
Mm-hmm.
build rhythm, you know, and producing people and producing I myself, you know. And it's like you're going fishing to see me because you don't know if the people are gonna grab it, you know. You don't know how far it's
Mm.
going. It's not a big company, so. You have to
Yeah.
do all of the footwork, you know, you have to find the radio people, you have to pay for your mixing, and, you know, you just have to believe in yourself, you know, until
Yeah.
people believe in you, you know.
Mm-hmm. So
All
that
right.
was your calling for you.
Yeah, before any other
Music.
question asks, I also want to put it in the room. Guys, if you want to ask any question, drop the question. I'm here to sort out the question and put it forth in the room. So don't feel, feel free. Welcome to each and every one. Colombia, Spanish, Cargo, I see you, and others that just start logging in. As you come in, guys, I seeing you guys there. Share the page. I'm gonna jump, Bev, Tanya. I'm gonna jump and introduce a song by Young Garvey. And guys, you can see the type of person Young Garvey is, and also the catalog of music that he have is unbelievable, unforgettable. So I'm gonna jump at that right now, and have your questions out, guys. I'm here to look at them. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every step, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. joy for all the pleasure and the certainties that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest power. In lonely hours, the tears devour you. I wanna stand with you on the mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever until the sky falls down on me. Oh, can you see it, baby? You don't have to close your eyes, 'cause it's standing right before you. All that you need will surely come. Whoa, I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every step, truly, madly, deeply do. Yeah. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever until the sky falls down on me. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. And I wanna live like this forever until the sky falls down on me.
All right. Question is in the room, and Lonnie B say, Young Garvey, I listen to your music, but there's no consistency. How do you expect to stay fresh on the audience mind? This is from Lonnie B. Hold on, 1 second. Go ahead, Garvey. Hold on. Let me you're muted. Hold on 1 second there. Whoa. Yeah, go ahead, Garvey. Sorry for that.
Yeah, up and up.
Yes.
Yeah, well, consistency is actually young Garvey, you know, so what's her name?
Lonnie Brown.
Lonnie B, blessing Lonnie B up and active. Yeah, you have to look for young Garvey in a Google. You Google me or you look for me on iTunes. Or you look for me on YouTube, because we we's a positive artist that don't drift with the reggae music, with the dance. I like we have a variety of music, you know, to pick from. So yeah, I mean, I really understand what you mean by the consistency, you know.
All right, guys. If you go back into the questions.
You have a beautiful voice, young Garvey. Wow. I've only listened to some of your music, not all of it, but after hearing that song, I will be going back and checking you out.
That's yeah, good time.
So, obviously we've been, you were signed and managed by Leroy Sibbles. What's it like working alongside a legend?
honor, privilege, and you get to see the root of music, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to bless forget. His father Sibus will play Satamasa Ghana rhythm, pass the Kochi, and him sing, I got the hand, you got the blade, and so all of them meditation there, in still in a iron it's a privilege, you know. Actually, the first time dealing with live music, was around Father Sibs, actually seeing Fab Five bands come sit down and the guitar man string up and all of
Mm-hmm.
these professional people, was here to record, so
Must have
it's a
been
good,
a good
yeah.
experience for you.
You learn when you learn a
Learn,
whole
you
heap
learn. Mm-hmm.
recording, you learn more about delivering the song and pronunciation, you have somebody that look for all the flaws and we tell us that this is, this can fix up, because you're never too young or too old
Mm-hmm.
for listening.
Yeah, you can see like little mistakes, so
Yeah,
we'll correct you on them things. Yeah, that's good. That's
exactly.
good. Yeah. Go on, Tanya. You can ask your next question. You there?
Yeah.
Young Garvey, I love you much, and thanks to the Most High. It's the first time I talked to you. It was actually you were having an interview with I think one of the radio stations, and I saw the link. I think it must have been in Stampede's group on WhatsApp. Then I started sharing out the links. I must say I'm so excited to manage to catch up with you. So, I would just like to know the challenges. What challenges did you face? Trying to make it as an artist, trying to how at
Tanya,
Yes.
well,
you heard me.
yeah,
You,
hold on. Ask the question again. You broke up because of the internet. Ask the question again, please.
Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you slightly. Yeah.
Yeah, you're hearing this slightly too.
How about now? Do you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, young Gavi, can you just elaborate on the challenges that you faced as an artist trying to make it out there in the world? Right
Uh,
about now, you are an international artist. You've made it out here. I mean, for me to be as Zimbabwe, South Africa, and I know Gavi, it means your voice loud and but in the beginning and along the way, what are the challenges that you've been facing as an artist?
um, well, in everything you do, be prepared. Be prepared for challenges. Challenges that I gotta be there, and challenges was, just even getting a mic, getting equipment, is always a challenge, because when I come from the most fortunate, and so those are challenges, and then getting music done and paying to mix music, and then realize politics is still in the game. It's even hard to get the music out, and being on the road and selector play music, and you have to go up to them and say, play the song for me tonight. I beg you run, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and so challenges and disappointment is definitely, things where you have to deal with music, but like me say, you have to stay consistent and you have to just, stay focused and continue if you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. True, true, true. Yeah.
What advice would you give? Like, I understand you as a young person growing up, you follow the meditations of Mark Garvey and Marcus Garvey, and you there is probably a lot of young Garveys out there that have the same mindset, that are trying to, break into the world and, share their meditations with everybody, what kind of advice would you give them?
Stay positive, stay humble, and just no say it gonna take time. Like me say, nothing come overnight, and believe in yourself. Be willing to invest in yourself. You need, if you're an artist and you're just coming up and you don't have a studio at your leisure, you find out how much a studio man costs for voice your own song. No, don't just wait for a producer to find you and voice. You can't even source and purchase rhythm on the internet now. Like it's way more easier now, than it was, but I just feel you believe in yourself, and willing to invest in yourself, and not to deal with disappointment. Don't, a problem with all heap of these kids have when them do music or do anything, them expect it to happen,
Straight
instantly.
away.
Yeah, and that's how the thing go. Me always have to constantly tell them, say, if you did go college, it would take you 12 years, 14 years, depends on what you want to be, in a college. 8 years, 4 years the least, the least, so patient with yourself, talent over hype, and put out positive music because it gets you further. Like the world full up of negative people. We have enough negative people, so we
Yeah.
need more we need a conscious army. We need an army of conscious soldiers, when no said them job is to give back to the world in a positive manner, let go some positive energy, and you go
Yeah.
further that music. See me, so it's good. It's a two-win situation,
That's very good. I like that. Colombia Spanish Cargo dropped a question in the room and said, "How long did it take you to reach where you are now, young Garvey?"
Ah man, well, it took me about 12 years now. The
Whoa.
doctor years, it took me about the doctor years, them man, but it was a lot of building, cause like me say, we produce first, we try to, we was all over the music. We learn how to record ourselves, we do. It was all over the music, yeah man.
Yeah. It's not easy. I can imagine for an artist starting out at, and taking you 12 years to get where you want to be.
Yeah, man, 12 years to
Mm.
be here, right now, man.
Yeah. I mean, you performed in Jamaica on stage at Rebel Salute. Yeah. Along some big artists. How was that experience for you being on stage with?
The Honorable Mr. Leroy Sivers, it was actually one of my best, experience as an
Wow.
artist, that was the biggest crowd I had to perform for. And that was right before coronavirus, things was just getting ready, for pick up and
Yeah. Was that in 2020?
2020.
Yeah, the
And
beginning. Hmm.
walking on stage, the Leroy Sivers, you don't know, you feel the butterflies as an artist, and watching him perform and then telling the whole 20,000, 40,000, as most people always there, that when they need to listen to this youth, young Garvey, it's a conscious youth. The world need them right now. And,
Hmm.
give a presentation, and run out and do a thing, we give thanks. Give thanks to Leroy Sivers, Father Sivers, as an elder, we believe, in a looking back and try to pull up a young positive youth to come fight the oppression
Hmm.
and fight him.
Wow. Also, I see in your bio that about a children's icons tour. What was that about?
That was that's actually a tour where the tourist board put on every year, and it's actually children's of the icons. So it'll be Bob Marley, you them,
Okay.
or one of the,
Yeah.
and being a son of by being a son of the Mr. Leroy Sivers. His, him get Beam Boy up on the show, and performing in the Grill, perform in Emancipation Park, perform in a couple of places in Jamaica. And that was a good vibe too.
Yeah. Oh wow, I can imagine with 40,000 plus people. Well, was you nervous?
Well, the Icon tour was as big as the Rebel, like the size
Yeah.
wise, but yeah, I always have a little nervous feeling, before I go up on stage, never lose that feeling no matter how much time, we perform,
Mm,
you know, the little
yeah.
butterfly feeling. Get the energy burst.
So once you get started, and then you're good to
Yeah,
go.
once we hear our song I play now, we're good,
Yeah.
everything gone, yes, we this.
Mhm. Okay, go on, Tanya.
Um, every artist every artist when they're born, they don't, they're not born and knowing that they'll be an artist. Obviously, when they go to school, they have other dreams like to be doctors or whatever they wish to be. So, what would you say you would have become if you were not an artist?
Definitely.
What were your dreams before you became an artist, if I may
All
put it
right.
that way?
As a youth in New York, I took on to football and basketball, but my more love football. This is the American football, and I dream about being a big NFL player in America. And like me say, I always see myself as an artist. I guess because I used to sing in church all the time as a youth. So I always, have a mic in a man, and even growing up in New York, I always find studio for the inner, so I still have that music thing there, booming.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting too. Yes.
And
As a,
you,
go on.
okay, you go ahead, Bev, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um, got young Garvey, as a musician, was family and friends there to support you along your musical career? Because you have a lot of great pretenders out there who pretend to be your friend and they're not.
Yeah, I think it's a disease.
Probably the
That
right
might
word.
bite us.
Probably the right word to use.
Yeah. Well, like me saying, you have to believe in yourself. You know, you have to believe in yourself. I remember when I first started reaching out to things. I remember calling, cause my mother's still abroad. And I'll be honest for the interview. And I remember saying to my mother to get something to me. I needed something to send to me, and like I said, you do the music, but you need to do something else same time. And
Mhm.
I look when I say, Mommy, this is my college, cause my sister is a chemical engineer. You know, Charlotte Finley. She have a doctorate in New York and spent whole heap of years at college, to accomplish what she have right now. So I always tell my mother, say, well, this is my college right now. So just
Yeah.
give me the time to graduate. And we'll graduate soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what skills have you learned um, along the way in your career?
Um, musically, I learned a lot,
Hmm.
learned a lot musically. Like me always learning, always learning. Whether it's something from the computer.
Hmm.
Really, there are computer like I used to one time, but more and more learning
You
OFI,
never stop.
OFI.
You
Never
never
stop
stop
learning. Never stop. Put
learning.
the thing on the I'm learning right now.
There you go. There you go. Okay, Tanya, next question.
I see yourself as an artist who's well recognized internationally, yet you still remain humble. And I know in the art world there is a lot of artists that just come into the art world just to deliver the meditations that they have as an artist. So, and probably they're making music like your music that is there to heal the world. Do you deal with issues of people owning, your songs? Like I know other production companies that will tell you they're going to produce your music and they're going to distribute your music, and at the same time you don't know that they also rights to your music. How do you deal with such situations? How do you protect your music from such incidents?
Well, since I decided to take music seriously, the first thing I actually do was get registered to BMI, you know, registered at Jams in Jamaica as a producer, so I put myself in a position where it got hard for rob me, and these things are not costly. So before you even go that far as being an artist, the name Young Garvey, we register it and trademark it, and we do the business things first before we put all in it, So if me do a song right now, me can just go up on the internet and send it to BMI, so to me it not really bother me. And you get your contract now. For me get a contract from a producer, you supposed to know what you sign up for. Rush your contract, you read it thoroughly. If you can't read it the proper way, you get somebody to help you, whether a lawyer, a friend, or what the case may be, and you go through it until you understand everything. The words where you don't understand, you have Google beside you, you Google the word, you find out what it means. Don't read over anything. You understand? And you have to always be
a contract. Yeah.
All right. Before any other question being asked, let me go back to another song by Young Garvey. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for this one.
You don't have to wanna be. My girl, love when you whining in slow-mo. Don't move too fast, that's a no-no. My girl, just slow wine for me. Tip on your toe, wine for me. My girl, when you flash it up, when you dash it up, I beg you don't stop it. No girl, just slow wine for me. Baby, they're the African dancers for me. My girl, when you flash it up, when you dash it up, I beg you don't stop it. No girl, the way that you're moving got my heart racing. Now you off the same thing, girl. Body hot and it blazing, you're so amazing. And you my one for day in my world. Baby girl, when the club lights shine on your body, I swear it shine like pearl. And you make my heart beat, so don't make my heart beat. Just slow wine for me, tip on your toe, wine for me. My girl, when you flash it up, when you dash it up, I beg you don't stop it. No girl, just slow wine for me. Baby, they're the African dancers for me. My girl, when you flash it up, when you dash it up, my girl, you're so contagious, got me feeling courageous. See my heart bubbling like a thermos, so hot inside like a furnace. And I seen a girl I road that can make me feel just like you. Remember on just one night, one stick on you like tattoo. I can tell by the look in your eyes, the way that I feel, you feel same way inside. So come on, move to the beat and play star bound. Next stop, bedroom light not turn on. Now stop even when the sun come out. Skip work, different work, I have profound. Slow wine for me. Dip on your toe, pine for me. My girl, when you floss it, sir. When you dash it, sir. I beg you, don't stop it, no girl, just slow wine for me. Baby, they're the African dancers for me. My girl, when you floss it, sir. When you dash it, sir. My girl. The way that you're moving got my heart racing. Now you have the same thing, girl. Body hot and it blazing, girl, so amazing. And you my one for day in my world. Baby girl, when the club lights shine on your body, I swear it shine like pearl. Now you make my heart beat, so don't make my heart beat. Just slow wine for me. Tip on your toe, pine for me. My girl, when you flash it, sir. When you dash it, sir. I beg you, don't stop it. Now girl, just slow wine for me. Baby, they're the African dancers for me. My girl, when you flash it, sir. When you dash it, sir. My girl. Jamaica, Trinidad, Caribbean girls of the flavor. Zimbabwe, down Ghana. African girls of the flavor. North America, South America. Canadian girls of the flavor. England, Germany. Watch the France girls with the flavor. Young gun.
Whoa.
Hey.
That
Man,
is where did your inspiration come from for that tune?
The rhythm,
Yeah.
which was a rhythm was of my request, because I wanted an Afrocentric African beat, because I've been reaching out. Well, I love Africa. Africa, my place, Can't wait to step this, and I was just reaching out, highlighting the African dance, highlighting my culture. It's a spur from dance. It's actually dance I'll see me, but with an African swing.
Yeah.
African people, we have different moves,
Yeah.
So that was a song definitely for the ladies. I definitely wanted to go dance, having a reggae album, so choose for go dance, but we have a dance album right now, so it's either some nice songs for the ladies or some uplifting songs for the nation, but it's never negative.
No.
You
No.
pick up a young Garvey
Very
CD or your stream Garvey, get ready for a positive vibration, It's last year.
Is there any music style you wouldn't do?
Is there any music style? But I love all music, as long as it's positive, because it's not all rock. Rock and roll music is like devil music, and not all dancehall songs is negative, So as a musician, so me not. If you listen to my music, you can say I'm listening to a variety of me. If you listen to my songs when me sing, you can say listen to a variety of music, Listen to people like Tony Braxton, same way, listen to Michael Bolton, So it's like Whitney Houston, then we have Usher, then you find me listening to a DMX, as I you go and see man. But like me say, I really limit music, so if a certain type of music inspire me to put some positive message on, I would.
Okay. Anya? Anya?
go ahead, Tanya.
I'll carry on because I don't know much. So, young Garvey, what accomplishments do you see yourself achieving in the next 5, 10 years, say?
Well, my accomplishment, my greatest accomplishment to me would actually seeing the vibration reaching out to as much people as possible And my music, can take you through some good times, and uplift you in a situation, because I have a reggae album where there's a lot of message in the music, and when we sing conscious songs, we sing in these times, we sing kuna, we sing songs for really, when you meditate, you reflect, because
Yeah.
we really use music as a tool, for go against Babylon system and go against, the negativity we say we are going,
Yeah. Good. So, what do you think makes you unique as an artist?
Well, I think the fact that, throughout time I grew up, being in United States, starting out in Jamaica, then being in the United States and going for like hip hop and R&B and listen to country music and these type of music, and then coming back in Jamaica and being surrounded again by reggae and dancehall, so it made a very unique person. Like you can't predict how Omega sing or how Omega process rhythm, and the words what I use words that most of the time is different from a normal person would use, and
Yeah.
that's because the travels where I've been on,
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I make I
Okay. What's your best experience of your career so far?
being signed to Leroy Sibbles, father Sibbles.
I thought you might say that. I thought you might say that. Is Tanya back?
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, go ahead.
Young Garvey,
Open up.
I've been in the music industry for more than 10 years, and my duties were also, just to uplift the youth out there, to give them hope. I've always been telling them that, in a world that we live in, where us as Africans, we're suffering this and everything, we have a system that controls everything. And at the end of the day, we don't have employment, we don't have enough food, we don't have nothing. The only thing that we have is the music. So my meditations were also just to let the young ones know that they don't have to get into crime. They can always run to music and create some sort of employment in music. So I would like to know, you yourself as an artist, you write, you have your own meditation, and you try to put it in writing and put in music, and at the same time there is the system there. So how is there any time that you try to express yourself and you have to maybe not put some words in your lyrics because you scared of offending the system, or you just go out there and you say, no, it doesn't matter, let me just write?
Well, Marcus Garvey, Nani, Paul Bogle, Nelson Mandela, Winnie, them never hold them tongue, so most of the time people tell me, so Jerry, I go too hard and I mind them stop it before you reach the waiter, but
Yeah.
try to put the truth in our music when we're talking about my culture and the nation and what the nation been through and what's oppressing with, or we still oppressed, and how Africa resources is still is not being kept by Africans. Like I put all these things in my music, rat race and all these things. So
Wow.
you have to do it. And like me say, sometimes I do some songs and whether my management or somebody close to me would say, G, filter it a little bit, and sometimes you have to listen to people too, so the case may be. But most of the time, I just say what I feel, and what I feel is what I say, and Mr. Sibbles, Leroy Sibbles, the Heptone, he's actually a revolutionist, if you know about the Heptones and things. And it's Africa, it's a conscious music, so him free me up for talk some things. This reggae album release, I'm anxiously waiting, I don't know, but I just when the time is right, Father Siblings are gonna release it, but it have a lot of message in it, and like Mr. Leroy Sibbles was the bassy, Dean Fraser was the horns man, Fab Five Buns, Dalton Browning would just pass away, it was all of these great people. Bunga Herman as a percussionist, so the strong album, called Revival, hopefully by the end of the year we get to drop it. That one after the motherland. The world same time too.
Okay, and one more thing I wanted to ask. There's a lot of captured females in Jamaica. I'm sure you are aware of that. Are you as an artist, when doing anything to, raise awareness on that or put a stop to that? Because, artists have their loud. We need the art, get the voice out there. Anything as an artist, to raise awareness on that.
Well, as an artist, you either the two things. You either mislead or you lead, and unfortunately, the power is within music. Fortunately and unfortunately, because fortunately, I can send out some positive message to people, uplift them. But unfortunately, somebody can choose to sing negative songs and mislead the nation, and don't like pointing fingers and blame music. But music is powerful. So we need more conscious artists to put more conscious messages a road so the youth them have more conscious role models, because you live where you hear. Like them say, kids live what them learn. You live where you hear to musically, and if you constantly listen to negative music, you would be a negative person, so even if you want to hear your bad up and your tough things, just try your best to listen to some Bob Marley, some Chronic, some Young Garvey, Peter Touch, Try to keep a positive mind. If you can't do it all the time, but do it sometime, because the artists them obligated enough to put out conscious music, even if you deal with negativity in the music, you're still obligated for balance back out the world. You can't just send people and pick me a negative vibe,
That's good. Okay, young Garvey. What are your ambitions as a songwriter and musician?
One second.
Okay.
Sorry for that. Well, I'm not to do it.
Garvey, you make we know the password for coming, Rasta.
Good one.
All right, sir.
All right, guys, continue.
Okay. You want me to say it again, Garvey?
Yeah, would I love you repeat the question again?
What are your ambitions as a songwriter and musician?
Well, me write all genres of music. I don't limit myself as a musician. And like I said, been doing music so long, I take a different approach. To write it and to even picking beats what I work with. You understand? So, and the more you do it, the more it get easier, and the more you know yourself, is the more best thing, good thing come out there.
Mm-hmm. What's your creative process like?
All right, my creative process is a split.
Right. So
Right, and definitely have to either they're a musician, but no distraction.
okay.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, down to a door, open with get me out there free, man. Actually coming out to yourself, as a musician, coming from your depth, coming from your stomach and decide, what type of meditation you go hold, like which way rhythm, you go dance or like you go singing or you go put a look R&B hip hop style, like the process is different. More time me just put on the headphone and I find a melody and slowly after the melody becomes words. Every slur becomes a word,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's your purpose, goal, when you're creating your music, writing.
Repeat that.
That is your creative goal when you're writing and creating your music.
Yeah, coming from the soul,
Yeah.
knowing what you're doing, knowing the purpose of this song, like man, I make us build this song for uplift the nation, uplift the youth. Them I talk about this gunshot and the war that we are going to the community and how we can use this song for the gunman feel. Like, am I thinking me have sense, Yeah.
That's good.
Music as a tool, as a weapon to fight against oppression and uplift the nation. Like, obsessed and obligated to that, so we do that all the time, not part time,
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go to another song, because I tell you, young Garvey have so much catalogs of song. Is the voice is unbelievable.
Girl, just look when inside her, cause they searching with the flavor. Young gun. Some people spend their whole life trying to find love and never find it, cause they searching for the wrong things. Love is not what's outside, love is what's inside. So when you spend your time looking at outer beauty, love pass you by. Love is blinder, once you find her, you will see it's what's inside her. Qualities that shine so bright. Beauty start deep down inside her. Don't you rush, take it slow. When you find true love, you will know. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. So many unhappy relationships, cause reality people not facing it. True love, money can't pay for it. So open your eyes and look for it. It come in disguise, so don't miss it. It's not the color of her eyes, her breasts or her thighs. It's what deep down inside. Remember, true love doesn't come with a price. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Hey, when true love come around, sweep you off the ground. So remarkable what true love can do. Don't you stop the flow. Let true love explode. Not even fortune or flame can make you feel the same. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. People of the world need to know this. Love doesn't come with a price list. It's special, it's free, it's for you, it's for me. Looking for love, looking in all the wrong places. It's not what a person can do for you. It's who that person is deep inside. That's how you realize. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Love is blind, and it will take over your mind. Total eclipse of the heart. No mistaking true love from the start. Main production.
Nice song, Young Garvey.
Young Garvey.
Nice meditations in the song.
Well, you know, in these times,
Rastafari Selassie. Love is blind,
Do,
you know.
do you believe? Yes. Do you believe is blind? Love is blind.
Yes, I definitely believe that, and that's why I actually did that song. You know, it's for make people know, say, don't chase my you know, don't go after fun stuff. You know, you're looking for a person, you know, person is the quality of a person. You're looking at them art, you know. So from you looking at them art for love, it has to be blind because you literally can't see the art,
Can't see it.
you know. So love is blind, you know, and that's why a lot of people end up unhappy. Is what they look for in love at first. You see it, and then later on in your life, you realize, say, I've never liked them qualities. I know this, but to either run down man or female, either male, any gender, you know, you're running down certain type of female, certain type of quality, and you know, look who that person is, you know. So, yeah, the song is definitely for the mind of the people and for really looking at the words, the man, and try to live by it, you know.
And I tried to Google you. I don't see your post much about a woman in your life. Are you married? Looking forward to getting married? Are you still searching?
Well, actually, been with my woman now for about 6 years, you know, and she's a good woman, you know, and every man need a good woman, and every female need a good man, you know, because a partner when you're going at the world, you know, and you need the proper person beside you, you know, to do that. So I feel like I have a good woman. Actually, I know, you know.
All right, hold the question, guys. We need to go into
Okay.
this with Garvey. I dig up some stuff here, and I need Garvey to talk about it. Hold on there. Garvey, don't get nervous now, you know. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, watch it, yo, triple. Watch it in a triple.
Yes. All right. Now, man. All right, let me see if I could get to this. Post is itching. Come on, come on. Um, Whoa. I can't believe my
Find
mouse,
network.
my mouse just froze on me, guys.
Your mouse.
That, you know, if
It's
you
poor
ask the
network.
question, man.
Okay.
All right, go ahead with the question in a minute.
So, young Garvey, what's your favourite and least favourite part about being an artist?
Um, I don't have any least favorite part, you know.
You don't?
But no, I
Okay.
love the whole process, you know, being an
Yeah.
artist, you know.
Everything about.
Love, just love finding the song, love singing the song, you know, love rehearsal, love being on stage, love the fact that I'm using music as a tool, you know, to help.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can you go?
Can't
Go
believe
to
my
your next question.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bev.
Oh, okay. What's your dream project?
Hold on. Oh God.
My dream project now.
Yeah.
Dream project is the revival album. That's already recorded. That was my dream. My first dream project was to have a live album with just no computerized rhythm, with just drum, bass, the
Yes.
authentic rhythm, and getting Father Sibbles, as a management, and getting all of these top musicians for surround I
Yeah.
album, was definitely
That's good.
that.
Yeah. So you've learned quite a lot then from Leroy Sibbles then.
Yeah, man, learn a whole heap, man. It's every time we're around
Every time
Mr.
you're with
Sibbles,
him, you're going to learn something new
we
every
learn
time
something,
from him. Yes. Yes.
We can't say we know the process of building a live, beat, for say the drummers them string up and all the mics that go on the drums,
Mm.
guitar man in there playing while you're singing, everything is done. 1, 2, 3, boom. No mistake as the artist, you have to sing from start to finish, because you can't stop singing and you have 5 different people that play behind you. So you have to learn, so you have to really can sing and sing a whole song. And live music is different from just,
Yes.
rehearsing, doing.
What
Yeah.
What do you like to do outside of music?
Outside of music, well, I said workout, just push-ups,
Mm-hmm.
like watching anything to do with history in Africa,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like watch like Garvey channel and things like that, and
Okay.
yeah.
Right. I always ask this question to everyone that I interview,
And
no matter who they are. What is your most useless talent that you have?
Useless talent.
Yeah.
When I have none, I don't have
No
no, I
what?
don't have no. That's not useless.
No.
No.
Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a good one. I like that. I like that
Yeah.
answer. I like that answer. Tanya, go ahead with the next question.
yes, young Garvey, the music industry is worldwide thing. It's more male dominated, female dominated. I don't know when a female tries to come into the music industry and fit in. I don't know. Men look at them some type of way. I'm talking that I know. It's
You're freezing.
Yeah, you're freezing up, freezing up.
Your throat. Uh, you freeze up, Tanya. Can you repeat it?
okay. I was saying the music industry. This is a worldwide thing. Dominated than female dominated.
Mm-hmm.
And you find in many cases a female that comes into the music industry. Now I'm talking from my own experiences and experiences of other females that I know.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with females that rock up to you, that want to work with you? And you tell a person is in it for the work or just trying to look sexy and in front of you or to charm you? How would you know if a female is in it for the music? How would you tell?
Well, first thing first, talent over hype, so it don't really matter what you look like when you're forward. If I is the person dealing with you, it no matter what you look like. The first thing I really want to hear is what you sound like. You see me, and you can tell by them swagger. You have some female artists who are more pushy than some female artists because them have the dancehall style, so them come right away and show you say them bad, you know. And you deal with them like a bad artist, from you believe in a female as a producer, you just know says it's business, you know, and you deal with that just like you would deal with a male voice, record the song, put it on road, you do as much as you can do as a producer. Yeah, man, but the first thing I would want to do is hear how the person sound. You understand me? And sometimes you have a shyer set where we won't even, them love music and them come on the studio, and you would have pull them up front and say, let me hear what you say, man. And you'll be surprised and blow out and whistle out some sound that sound like some birds, and like when I reach to the level where I can produce artists and actually put them do what the Leroy Sibbles is doing for me. It have to be balanced, I have to put out as much Mama Earths, as much female as I do male, cause I say work for set.
Hmm. Frozen? No, she's okay. I thought you
Myself
were
as a
frozen.
female in music, I, I've told myself I would never, date an artist. I would never date a DJ. You know why? I've worked around a lot of male artists and I've worked around a lot of DJs for years. And I must say, from what I've seen, it's a lot of females throw on artists. A DJ got a lot of females throwing themselves at him. And if he does not control himself, he end up with like 15, 20 girlfriends, one person. So how do you deal with all of